Hello, welcome back to Paper So Craft channel. In the last video, I shared with you how to make a pop-up card for Mother's Day. If you missed it, you can find the link in the corner above or in the description below. Father's Day is coming, so I'm going to share with you how I made a pop-up card for this occasion. I hope this video brings more ideas so that you can choose a gift which can express your love to your father. As usual, to make this card, here are what we need. First is cardstock. I often use thick cardstock for my cards. I'll talk about the cardstock thickness details after cutting the template. The second is glue and double-sided tape. Third is cutting machine. If you don't have a cutting machine, you need the print of the template and an art knife to cut the template out. And finally, the template for this card. You can find the link to download this template in the description below. After download the template, we need to extract the zip file to get the template. Okay, now I'm going to cut the template out. If you've seen my other videos, you can skip these instructions. I just upload files to my cutting software and cut them out as usual. There is no special technique to cut this template. For those using an art knife to cut the template, you can use the files in PDF folder. Print them onto your cardstock and cut them out. For those who are going to cut the template with a cutting machine, you can use files from SVG folder. I just need to upload these files on Cricut software, then take normal steps to cut them out. After cutting the template, I have those pieces. And this is the cardstock thickness details I used in this video. Okay, let's go to the first steps, father-daughter assembly. Actually, we'll need to assemble the daughter's dress. I'm going to put the pieces together following the diagram. You can find it in PDF folder. Open Artboard 4 and print it out. It's not necessary to print this diagram. Printing it just helped me to show you where the pieces go. It's easier to see while assembly. Okay, let's start with piece A and piece 1. This is piece 1 and this is piece A. As you can see, there are intersection points on line A where it meets other lines. These intersection points on line A stands for the slots on piece A. Line A meets line 1 at this point. At the third intersection point on line A, that means piece A put to piece 1 at the third slot. The same goes for piece 1. This point stands for the first slot. The second is for the second slot. The third is for the third slot. I'm going to fit this slot to piece A. Similarly, I'm going to fit piece 2 to piece A at this point. This point stands for the first slot. The second is for the second slot. The third is for the third slot. I'm going to fit this slot to piece A. The position of piece 2 is in the right of piece 1, so piece 2 will be put into this slot, as well as the second slot on piece A. Next, I'm going to put another piece 2 to piece A. The two pieces 2 are symmetrical with piece 1. Like another piece 2, the circled point here stands for the third slot on piece 2. Now I'll fit this slot into piece A. Next, I'll take piece B and put it to piece 2, piece 1, piece 2. As you can see, there is a red stroke on line B. This red stroke stands for the position tab of piece B. I'll place piece B on the diagram so that its tab is on the same side of the red stroke. The first intersection point is where line B meets line 3. The second point is where line B meets line 2. That means this slot goes to piece 2, so I'll mark 2 at this slot. Similarly, the next slot goes to piece 1, so I'll mark 1 at this one. And the next slot goes to piece 2, so I'll mark 2 at this one. I'll put this piece to the dress from left to right. Please note that its tab is in the left. Okay, now we can erase what we wrote on the piece. Next, I'm going to put another piece B to the back of the dress. On line B, there is a red stroke here. So I'll place this piece B on the diagram so that its tab is on the same side of the red stroke. Similarly, I'll mark the slot on piece B to avoid confusion while assembling. This slot goes to piece 2, the next one goes to piece 1, and this one goes to another piece 2. Please note, on the diagram its tab is on the right, but I've just turned over the father-daughter, so its tab now should be on the left. Or just keep in mind that the two tabs of the two pieces B are not on the same side. If one's tab is on the right, then other one's on the left. Okay, let's put piece B to piece 2 first. Then put piece B to piece 1. And put piece B to piece 2 on this side. Okay, it looks like this when viewed from above. The two tabs of the two pieces B are on the two sides. Now I'm going to assemble one piece to the side of the daughter's dress. It's piece 3. I'm going to put it into piece B, piece A, and piece B. As you can see, there is a red stroke on line 3. It's on the same side of the one on line B. That means its tab is on the same side of piece B's tab. Okay, Now I put PC to other pieces from left to right. The slots on this piece will be put into the outermost slots on piece B and piece A. Fit piece 3 to piece B first. Then fit piece 3 to piece A. Fit piece 3 to other piece B. I just put piece 3 to one side of the dress. Now I'll put another piece 3 to other side. Please note that its tab must be on the same side of the piece B's. I'll also put this piece 3 to the outermost slots on piece A and piece B. Okay, now I'm going on with piece C for the front of the daughter's dress. I'll put piece C to the outermost slots of piece 2 and piece 1. Okay, now turn it over. I just do the same for this piece. Okay, we got it. So easy to make, right? Let's move to the next steps. Attaching the father daughter to the cut base. Fold the tabs up. Then I'm going to fit the tabs through the sleeves on the base. But I have some notes for you here. First, the two base pieces should be placed that the patterns are symmetric like this. Second, if you see these tabs are as far as this, you need to fold the dress in reverse to make the tabs closer. Okay, let's fit the tabs through the sleeves. Then use double-sided tape to attach the tabs to the base. Now we're almost done. Let's move to the final steps. Take this piece for the cover, fold along the dotted line. Open it and place the base in the middle of the cover. As usual, I'll add double-sided tape on the four edges of the base. Add glue on the patterns on the cover, and add glue on the patterns on the base. Paste the base to the cover. Make sure the base edge is aligned with the dotted line, but there is a thin gap between them. Okay, I'll also add double-sided tape on this side. Overlap the two pieces that their edges are aligned. Then paste the cover to the base. Here we are. Let's open it to see our result again. I hope you enjoy making this card. If you have any question, let me know via email I left in the description below. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time.